Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. So, a really good question came up the other day when I was showing some customers. They came in and they wanted to look at some bikes. And as I'm showing them the large variety of bikes we have, a really good question came up when we showed this bike. So some of you guys are like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder what he's going to talk about. This is a Colt. You were showing us a bunch of Colts. But you're saying that it's the same as a particular model and that. But then why is it that the price is higher? And so I was like, that's pretty interesting because at the age I'm at, I'm not very familiar with the whole, what do they call it?
Hype.
Hype? Is the hype? No, there
Hype
was
culture.
Hype culture. Ethan, is it?
It's called swag.
What?
Sound it out. Swag.
Swag.
Close.
Swag. Oh, it's like the Austin Powers, the swag.
You'll get there.
So we used to call it Mojo.
That was
Okay.
Shag. No,
Shag.
that's completely different.
Okay, so it's swag, the hypey market.
Trends.
I go, you know what? Actually, I wonder if there's other people that are viewers that don't understand about that. So, unfortunately, I don't have a large variety of bikes to show you guys because I'm very unfamiliar with that. So I didn't stock a lot of it. So, Alfredo pointed out, hey, you got the Huff and you actually have the Fairdale toy machine. And because of my old age, you guys feel for me, I'm not in tune with these. So I didn't know this was considered one of those hypey swag bike. But all I know is that, and then another word is like a collaboration bike, right? So what it is that when a particular brand goes and work with another brand that is hype, so to say, in like another industry. So Toy Machine is some of you guys are familiar with, and if some of you guys aren't, Toy Machine is a skate company. Fairdale is another, it's like a sister company of Sunday. Your brain just, psh. Yes guys, Fairdale is a sister company of Sunday. It is a more of a road bike, comfort bike. So they went and they go, hey, why don't we collaborate with a skate company to try to get to the culture to kind of like unite. You guys kind of understand what I'm talking about? Because I'm really talking about something that I'm not familiar with because I'm not much of a hype guy. You guys look at me, I pretty much wear the same stuff every day. I don't know much about trend. So it goes to Huff. Now, I'm not familiar with Huff. I think I've heard it a couple times, but Huff is a clothing brand. So I know Colt and Robbie. Robbie is a very fashionable guy. He's in the industry. He's worked with Zoo York. What other?
LRG.
And LRG. Oh yeah, that's right. When he was with Fit. Hey Ethan, do you remember the LRG Fit Complete Bikes? I totally forgot about that. But yeah, so he's very good at doing stuff like that to get other industry to work together. So the question is, why does it cost more? Just because the hype? Kind of, but for this bike, I'm gonna point out certain stuff that makes this bike cost more and actually would end up costing more for the nostalgic part of it. First thing, if you look at the handlebar, these handlebar itself, it's the same exact handlebar as the one that comes on the Colt Devotion because that's what this bike is. But it is laser etched in here, Huff. Okay, so what? Does it make the handlebar stronger, better? No, it doesn't. But because if you are a collector and you are into that industry, this right here has some value. The next thing you see is the Colt Huff stem. Guys, you cannot buy this stem. You cannot buy this stem anywhere. If you see somebody out there that has this stem and they're not on a Huff bike, most likely they got some sort of hookup or they probably pay a lot of money for it because you got to buy the whole bike or you got to get somebody willing to part ways with that. The second thing is this seat. I personally like this seat. There's a little zipper thing back here. Stash pocket. Some of you guys right now go, oh, that's not original. Guys, we're not talking about being Colt came up with an original seat. But to make this seat like a special Huff seat, this seat now has value. I could take this seat off right now and I could go and I could sell it for more than a regular pivotal seat because it's only available on this bike. And if I'm correct, guys, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm just coming out with that. I'm not checking my stat. I think they have about 150 of these bikes only. So only 150 of these seats. That is nothing. The next thing is the wheel set. These wheels are not available on any of the Colt Complete bikes. Their devotion, their control, nothing. So even the rims is special. The sprocket is also special for this bike. You cannot buy this anywhere else. I'll reiterate on why this bike costs so much because of all these limited edition parts. Did it cost more to produce those things? Yes, but it costs more because of the nostalgic of it. If you guys know, I'm a big car guy. Okay, look at the car industry. You got what were you talking about? The Eddie Bauer. You guys remember the Ford Expedition? They had the Eddie Bauer. What was so special about it? It was the color.
Snoop DeVille. Remember that one?
They had one?
Had
Was
Snoop
it real?
DeVille. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and that car right now probably costs a lot, and it's the same exact car as the non-special edition. Rumble. The Rumblebee.
Yeah, Rumble.
What is so special about that? Anybody, educate us on it. I'm not much of a truck guy, but it's supercharged. Okay, so it's got a special supercharger and a paint job, just like how it's got special parts on it. So of course it's gonna make it better, but the value of that car goes up because of how the few amount of number it was. Hey, what was that car you were telling me the other day? The Subaru, the 22B. I did not know anything about that. Ethan was telling me something about the Subaru, $300,000 because they only made like a handful of those. But was it faster? But you could do that to a regular one for less than 100,000. So you could go and take a regular Subaru and make it for less than 100,000. But the reason why this thing has such a huge price tag is because it was authentically made. So therefore it skyrocketed. Now, if I had one, somebody's gonna want to go, oh, you know what? I'll give you 200,000. Doesn't really make the car much better. So that's where these hypey bikes come from. Toy Machine one, they didn't make that many of these either. So there are people that come in and go, dude, could you sell me the seat? I can't, I gotta sell you the whole bike. So just the thought that they can't get this seat, now they gotta buy the whole bike. The whole bike is about $900. So now imagine if somebody went out and go, hey, I want I'll buy the seat off of your bike that you're riding, I'll give you 200 bucks.
What's the name of them is so I can look it up.
200 bucks for a seat, guys. But that's where the whole hypey thing is. It's not any better, but it's the rarity of it. I got wheel set right here. Some of you guys might be like, what? So what? But guys, Alf, look at it.
Supreme, baby.
Oh, I was gonna say, let's wait to see. Some of the guys goes, oh my God, that's the Supreme wheel set, the Supreme. Some of you guys are like, wait, Supreme, what's going on, Supreme? Guys, the Supreme clothing company, you guys heard about it. This is the one where S&M did the complete Supreme collaboration bike. We had the privilege because we just got that pull. I'm sorry, we're just cool like that. We were hit up where there was some extra parts. And we had the privilege to buy some of the extra parts. These were the wheels that came on the Supreme bike. Now, guys, there's nothing Supreme written on here. But some of you guys will look at it and go, dude, that's the Supreme wheel set. Now, this wheel right here, any other given time where it doesn't belong on any collab bike, it'll probably be like about 200 bucks. But because it's the Supreme wheel set, this thing's like 400 or 500 bucks. Okay? Now, am I gonna buy it? I'm a little old fashioned. I probably wouldn't. But you guys know I'm a car guy. So when there's a rare collaboration part on there, like what was that part I told you I had? So I have a really rare HKS supercharger for the 4AG motor. Some of you guys are car guys go, oh my God, but you know what, guys? That supercharger came on a bunch of other cars. But HKS took it and they just put HKS on it and it skyrocketed the price. So that's what the whole hypey thing is about. So after I went and I explained everything I just explained to you guys in with just 10 minutes. Why are you smirking? You don't believe me? Okay, fine. It took me about half an hour. Okay, instead of 10 minutes. Okay. Now you're not yet that you agreed to it. Okay,
the
fine.
The bottle talking.
It took me half an hour to explain it. They go, oh, so basically I'm just paying the slightly higher price because of the rarity nostalgic. Yes. I don't want to make it sound like this bike is not any like performance better than the other one. Okay, I don't want you guys to misunderstand that, but in a way I am. You guys are paying the higher price because of the little extra that they put in. That this bike now is become a collector. If this bike right now, whoever buys it and took care of this, somewhere down the line, this bike is going to cost a lot. Even compared to a regular Code Devotion where this was based on top. The Code Devotion itself, as time goes, might depreciate. This one won't. As time goes, it will increase the value. Appreciate? So,
you know that?
Is it? I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Same thing with this bike right here. When this bike goes, it goes. What was that one? The SE, the one with the hand.
Santa Cruz.
The Santa Cruz, the one
and
with
the
the
Colt FTP.
Yes, guys, I remember when that bike first came out. Okay, it was a little bit hype, but not that much hype. But now, guys, that bike. I want to hear from some of you guys. What is the highest price you guys have seen? The SE Santa Cruz collaboration cruiser. The highest I've heard was $4,000. This bike, when it first came out, it was only $700. It's that much. What's the highest you've seen the Supreme S&M Supreme?
$3,000.
$3,000. Okay, guys. You know what's crazy? We never even got it. That bike was exclusive to Supreme. Shops didn't even get close to it. So only Supreme could sell it. So did you think $3,000? I don't know. You're in the industry.
I wanted to resell it, but I would have got it for like $2,500 to make $500.
Oh, so see,
too risky.
So see, the parts on it were not $2,500 worth of parts. That bike, the best it could was about $700 worth of parts. But because of how rare it was and the investment that you put in, how much value it would go. So I know I'm missing a bunch of other bikes, but in the BMX industry, whenever you guys see collaboration bike like that, now you guys, I hope you guys get an understanding why it costs a little bit more, because those bikes, you're not paying more for the better. You're paying more for the investment. You guys kind of understand me? Let me hear your guys' feedback on what have you guys seen in the past, or what's the craziest price you guys seen, or if you think these collaboration stuff is complete trash. Comment in, guys. I hope that helps you. Okay, guys, share, like, subscribe.
Okay.
Get a bunch of people. Hey, guys, let's bring us to 1 million subscribers by the end of. No.
Next year.
You don't think so?
Anything
I didn't even finish saying that. You guys, come on.
If we're going for 154 to 1 million is a big jump, but
okay.
200. We go to 200.
200. Okay, guys, get us to 200 by the end of the year. Okay. Me and Alf, we want to be the new Mr. Beast. Mr. Beastie. Okay.